So it's the 22nd of April. It's 12 weeks and 3 days since I buried the compostable carrier bags in my compost heap. I was going to do it in 6 weeks. I promised you I'd do it in 6 weeks. But it was cold and I figured it might take a little longer. And we've had some nice warm weather since then, a little bit longer. So 12 weeks should give us a good idea whether this is going to break down. So I'm going to dig it back up again. The problem is I'm not entirely certain where I put it. So this may take a little while. Oh, it's nice and warm in there. Ah, right. There's one. So, number one, the Co-op compostable carrier. Okay, there's a few holes in it, a couple of holes in it, but that may have been the spade when I pushed it in. In fact, the fact that they're opposite each other and the same size, that tells me that was the spade when I pushed them in. That is, oh, it's beginning to go. Right, that's interesting. So that is beginning to break down in 12 weeks. That's not bad. Right, I've got to find the other one there. Ah. Right, so this is the spinach bag, and I think this was from Riverford. All right, so, right, once more, there's nothing that's fallen apart here, but it's weakened. I can feel that it's weakened, and it's beginning to break down. Now, what you don't want with a compostable bag is you don't want it to be oxo-degradable, degradable that it breaks down into small particles, because what we're left with then is the same plastic in smaller chunks. So it can actually get further into the environment and actually cause more damage. You kind of want it to break down into starch, back into carbon. So look, we're 12 weeks on. Frankly, both of those things are utterly recognizable as the two things that I buried. So I'm going to bury them again. And we're going to come back in another 12 weeks and see what the deal is there. I'll put them in separately and cover one over. Yeah, so that hole was definitely from me doing that. Cover that over and then put the second one in. So that's now surrounded by soil. And look, I activate this compost. I pee on it regularly just to begin to break it down. That is a legitimate composting strategy. And we're going to fill that hole up and we're going to come back in 3 more months and see what the deal is. Anybody want to come and pee on my compost heap, just drop me a line.